Hello everyone. In this lecture we are going to see how to draw this particular drawing that you can see on the screen. From the tree here you can observe different commands that were used to draw this particular drawing. So here you can see stiffener command, the shaft command and the pad command. So let me delete this whole thing and we'll begin again. Just deal with these things. Okay, right. So again similar procedure, go to the sketch and select the planes here. Right. The next thing is draw circles here. Either we can draw two circles or we can use the one more command that's called shaft. So we are going with the pad command, we are drawing two circles, then define the dimension value. Just take the dimension, the constraint tool, and define the diameters. So here you got two diameters, one is 30, one is 60. This is going to be 30, this is going to be 60. Enter. Okay. Next thing is exit the workbench and convert into 3D. Just use the pad command. Here we select the mirror extent and this one will be 40. So the whole thing will be 80. That is the purpose of the mirror extent is that you can get the your the 3D diagram uh, in between the planes. I mean the planes will be in middle when you use the this mirror extent. Next thing is select the middle plane and again sketching. Right. So here one thing we can do is this diagram, this sketch you can project into the screen. So just select this one and select the project 3D element. Here is the tool. Certain tools are not available. Just you can go to the view toolbar and get the particular tool. Suppose sketch tools are not available here. You just select the sketch tools and you can get them here. Toolbars, sketch tools. Here you can see here these are the sketch tools. Right. So first we select this one. Select the construction element and project 3D element. So this will be projected, this two circle will be projected into the screen, and the construction element, the purpose of construction element is these circles will be used as the base for further construction. So here if we use the construction element, this will be converted into center lines. Right. Next thing is just take the switch of this construction element again. Once we are done with the construction element, draw a straight line and the horizontal line. Define the dimensions. This here is 40. This here is 36 here. This is 36. And this one is 20. Just take the line profile command again and close it. Close this section. And now we take a circle command. We draw a circle and close the section. You can use either circle or the arc command. Just take this quick trim, delete the unnecessary segment right. So once you are done with the diagram, here you can see we have drawn this diagram on the this plane that is in the middle of the this geometry. Exit the workbench and convert this particular into 3D just by using the quick this command called pad. Again we are going to use mirror extend, and here this is 30, so the whole thing will be 60. For next feature, again select the sketch, select this plane, this surface, and here you can rotate them if it is not clear for you. Then you can convert that into the wireframe model also, so that each and every line you can see. So this is our line. So for the second feature, from this feature we are going to start. We will take a rectangle, draw a rectangle here, and define the dimensions. So we are going here step by step. We are not going for the whole thing. We are drawing each and everything step by step and giving the dimension. So this here is again 20, and this here is 60. Next thing is we need to do is select this edge, and we can go for the constraint dialog box and select the coincident. Again, make these two lines coincident. Okay, next is take a circle and draw a circle here. Delete the unnecessary segment by using the quick trim. This is unnecessary. Every time, don't forget to double click. Otherwise, you have to select this command again and again. Once you are done with the particular tool, unactivate the particular tool, and then define all the required dimensions, right, to make it fully constrained. Now, once it is fully constrained and closed loop, exit the workbench and go with the pad again and change the direction. Here we need to reverse the direction. So here there is option called reverse direction, and define the depth value. That is again going to be 20. So once you are done with this one, next step is we are going to use a shaft command. The shaft command, we are going to get the next feature. So just go with the shading and go to the sketch again. Select this particular plane, and again we can go with the wireframe. Again we can go with the wireframe. Take the profile tool. So let me create a center line here. Once we create the center line, then we'll go with the other options. Now let me define the dimension here. So from this point to the center line, the dimension is 40. Now take a profile tool, create a line here, then the horizontal line, again the vertical line, and close it. Next is define the dimensions. This dimension, this one, and the next dimension is from this point to axis. So here this one is T, this one is 10, this is 20, and just select this line, select this particular line, and make them coincident. and the height. We need to define one more dimension. See, until it is fully constrained, we need to define the dimensions. So once we define this dimension, this will be fully constrained. This dimension is given as 40 here. Define it 40. Okay, once it is fully constrained, next thing is you can move the dimension also. Just select the dimension line, you can move it. Next thing is we need to select the exit the workbench and select the shaft command here. Where is the shaft command? Just select this shaft command and convert this into 3D. Angle is 360. No need to actually we have already drawn this center line, so no need to draw it again. And the sketch 10 is already selected. Just go with the OK. So once you create it, here you can go to this view toolbar wireframe and just convert it to shading. Now next thing is only we need to create a stiffener. So we are going to use stiffener command. To use that command, just we need to draw a line. Go to sketch and select this middle plane, and we are going to draw a line. Just draw a line here, and next thing is make it constraint. Select this line and select this point actually, and this edge. Go to constraint dialog box, make them coincident. Again similar procedure. Select this point and now select the horizontal edge, and again make them coincident. Next thing is select this line and make it coincident with this circle. If there is a problem here, just go to edit. Sometimes this kind of problem will come. You have to be careful. And select this one and make them tangent. Now once this is done, just exit the workbench and select the stiffener. Here is the stiffener command and give the thickness here. Thickness is 12 here and click OK. You got the stiffener here. Just you can zoom in, rotate, zoom in, we'll zoom in, rotate and see the whole thing. So these are the features you can see here. Okay, so this is our experiment number 5. Okay, thank you.